Summertime in Southland, when the rivers are low, is fly fishing time. On willow-lined streams, willow grub fishing is at its peak.
Trout are not that easily frightened, but careful casts are still needed, and often the fish will be close to the willows on the far side. Many lowland streams gather up little clouds of foam on their surface. Brown trout cruise just under these, lifting their nose out of the water to take a willow grub. If you have an effective imitation, a slip of yellow foam with a black tip on a tiny hook, eventually a trout will be fooled. At first they fight strongly, using their lithe bodies and wide fins to shake free of the hook. But then they slide downstream, still pulling strongly, but gradually giving in, and then slipping down to be captured by the net. Once freed from the hook, they may need to be steadied in the current so they can catch their breath. When they are ready, they will swim strongly away to the cover of the willows. After such a tussle, it's a good idea to change the fly or retie it. The fine tippet you need is easily damaged and weakened.
The nature of willow-lined pools requires long casts to fish that lie in the current where it flows under the willows.
Watching a feeding trout is fascinating as it casually sips the unseen willow grubs from the surface. When your fly finally lands in the feeding zone and the trout decides to rise, it may still miss the fly, leaving it to bob on the wave made by the rise. The fish is surprised too, suspecting something is not right, and sinks out of sight. Despite the midsummer conditions, some trout prefer nymphs. A small pheasant tail will normally do the trick. A cast or two to let the fly drift down to the trout, and then success. Some streams hold pretty rainbows, their silver sides splashed with pink. A good conditioned rainbow provides a different challenge, more vigour, more muscle, but if your knots and line hold,
Then the prize.